Hi everyone, welcome. So those of you that know, I'm Charlie Brown and I founded a business called Embody Me. And you'll see there's a little love heart in the logo, and it's all about embodying who you are, loving who you are, in order to become the best version of yourself. So the philosophy behind Embody Me is that whole concept of consciousness and awareness on the level of mind, body, and soul, so that we can continually push ourselves a little bit further. And by we, I mean my family and my husband as well in particular. So we are on a bit of a mission now together as a couple to keep reevaluating where we are at personally in our life. And we want to create a new standard of living on all levels, in all areas. And so we are wanting to share that with you in the hope that we can inspire you to do the same and live life a little bit differently to perhaps what you are now, no matter where you're at. But just knowing that you can actually be, do you have anything? And so also providing the tools and the resources that are going to help you get there and achieve that. And look, we are your average family. We're mid-30s. I've just turned 33. He's 35 in November. We've got a little boy. We're English, but we emigrated to Australia 10 years ago and live there now. I'm actually recording from my mum's house because our house is getting built in Australia. So for any of you that are Aussie, I am going to be coming back in November, and I will be getting back to my yoga classes and doing this in person and doing all my therapies again in person as well. But we're currently in the UK, which is great. So if you are in the UK and Europe and you want to connect with us, then I would love, love, love that. Okay, so please reach out. Go to the website, www.embodymE.com, or Facebook, Twitter, Instagram, Pinterest. Just be patient. We're not that tech savvy and we're getting there. And we only recently decided to really escalate what we're doing because we just thought we want to share it with everybody. Okay, so that's what we're doing. We're sharing it with everybody because we're traveling at the moment. We've been traveling for the last 4 months. No, we are traveling for 4 months, sorry, in and around the UK and Europe. And we want everybody to live that way, if that's your preference, if that's your choice. Or just at least know that where you're at right now, if you're not happy, doesn't need to be that way. Okay, we can change that. We can work together to look at what might be necessary or what might need to be implemented in order for that to change. So we are your average family, just doing things a little bit differently. Okay, and this video is linked to the blog that you have either read or are about to read. Okay, so this blog is all about what happens when those little, those little seeds of self-doubt start to come in, which, let's be honest, we all have it. And I've been doing this work for a very, very long time. And I use natural and holistic therapies to heal myself with depression and anxiety and, in a bad place. I was in a really bad place. And so I know this stuff works. So what do we do when we have these little seeds of self-doubt, which I'm going to be honest, we all get from time to time, which is what my blog is about. It's about recognizing, oh my God, this still happens to me. This still happens, to people, and it's happening all over the world. So let's give you some tools and some resources that might actually help you. And they're ones that I personally use, and they're ones that I recommend that my client use as well. So I'm just going to guide you through it. So if you've read the blog or you're about to read the blog, at least then you get an indication or an idea as to how the processes work effectively. Okay, so the first one, okay, is obviously to change your state somewhat, is what Tony Robbins would say, change your state. And you can do that in lots of different ways. I personally choose to just do deep belly box breathing. That's what I do first of all, okay? And so box breathing is where you have the same inhalation count and the same exhalation count. So I would just put my hands on my belly, I would close down my eyes, and I would take a long, deep inhale for the count of 4. Hold at the top for 2. 1, 2. And exhale for a slow count of 4. 3, 2, and 1. And then again, inhale for a slow count of 4. 3, 2, 1. Holding at the top. 2, 1. Exhale. 4, 3, 2, and 1. And I would repeat that a few times, and just until I feel that I've calmed down, that my nervous system is happy again. Okay, so I would just focus on that. And the beautiful thing about that, it's simple, it's easy, it's within you to do. So you can do that at any time, even if you're driving the car. Don't close your eyes, obviously, don't have your hands on your belly. So if you're driving your car, you can take some long, deep breaths in and some long, deep breaths out. I really like to use my essential oils when I'm doing this as well, and I have them with me because I do love them. I don't think they're 100% necessary for this, and you know, I'm a big believer that everything we have is within us. Okay, but I find that these act as a real anchor. Our smell is our strongest sense and anchors in emotions and attachments and memories. And so if I want to anchor in that sense of feeling calm and in control, then I will often use my oils to do that. Okay, and the oils I use is this one called Bergamot, and I just put a drop of bergamot. No, this is the oil of self-love and self-acceptance, which is why I use that from an energetic point of view. Every oil radiates or vibrates at different levels and different frequencies, and they attach to like parts of the soul, you know, which is why I use them. I use Balance as well. Again, this is a beautiful oil that I also use in yoga. This is a grounding blend, so it helps to keep you grounded and connected to the earth. And I use my Reassuring blend, because when you're feeling self-conscious and those seeds of doubt come in, you need a little reassurance, okay? And this is a really beautiful calming blend. And I would, if I'm going to do that exercise with my oils, I would rub them in my hands, and I would take my long deep breath, and I would inhale that beautiful scent of those oils that honestly, instantly just bring everything down. They're so pure that they have the ability to break through that blood-brain barrier, which just enables us to connect to our emotional state, okay, which is what we're trying to do. When we get anxious, when we get upset, when we get emotional, our thoughts, what we're telling ourselves, what we're thinking, then sends messages to our limbic system, which then becomes emotional, and then it can become physical if we're someone that is prone to panic attacks. So it's just about changing that pattern, and oils can help you do that. And you know, and so do all of the exercises that I'm going to go through with you. So exercise 1 is exactly that. Use oils if you have them. If you don't have them, there is a link. You can go and look at that on my website, and if you're not sure which ones, then message me and I'll help you with that as well. So use your oils if you have them, or if you think you might want them, or you just do your deep belly breathing in for 4, out for 4. Okay, once you've done that, I go through an exercise called EFT, or Emotional Freedom Technique. Okay, and there are different pressure points on our body that work with our meridian system. So I always say that this is a little bit like acupuncture, but without the needles. Okay, so we have pressure points on the top of our head, on the inside of our eyebrow, outside of our eyebrow, under the eye, under the nose, on the chin, on the collarbone, side of the arm, and also you could do what's called like the karate chop. Okay, and I know for some of you this might seem a little bit crazy, and how the hell is tapping gonna do anything? And honestly, I thought the same until I started to use it all those years ago. And it's something that I do a lot with my clients that suffer with anxiety. Okay, it's an amazing tool for those of you that suffer with anxiety, and the main reason for that is because it interrupts those messages from the brain. Every single thing that we do, that we experience, whatever it is stored in the body. Okay, so there may be lots of different triggers that will just bring up this anxiety or bring up this self-doubt, whatever is going on for you. Okay, so what happens is everything starts in here with our thoughts. Okay, every single thing is a thought before it becomes anything else. So if we have these thoughts and we're like, oh my God, she's so much prettier than me, and I'm so fat and I'm so ugly, and oh my God, and then obviously you feel it, that message is what you're telling yourself, that internal dialogue then gets distributed out to the body, and you feel it, and then you start to get depressed and you're sad and you don't feel good enough and you don't feel worthy, and then physically you begin to cry, and you know, so you see how it starts from here and it goes to here, and then it comes all over you, you know. Oh God, that sounds really wrong, but you know what I mean. It just, you know, you get overflowing with emotions and feelings and it becomes overwhelming. Okay, so emotional freedom technique, what it does is it interrupts that communication from the brain to an emotional state. So it doesn't become that that big over manifestation of everything that you've ever felt ever, where you just feel like crap. Okay, and this is how it looks. All right, so you tap on your head, and the key to this as well, I might just add, is it's about acknowledging how you feel. I'm not a big believer in you just suppress it, and I do talk about positivity. I think it's really, really important that we have a positive mindset, but do I believe that that alone is enough? No. If you're having a really, really crap time, and you're feeling it, you can't just go, oh, but life is amazing and I'm so grateful and oh my God. Like, no, we have to acknowledge and give ourselves permission to feel how we feel. It's really important, and take ownership of that, take responsibility of that, but also take responsibility for how quick or how long you stay in that. Okay, because you can get out of that pretty quick if you choose to, or you can stay in that stuff for years if you allow yourself to. And that's the difference. Okay, there is that choice, because everything starts from here. You choose yes or you choose no. Okay, so going back to EFT. So when I say that it's really important to acknowledge how you feel, it would look a little bit something like this. So you're tapping on your head like a crazy person, and you would say, oh my God, I feel so crap right now. That girl is so much prettier than me, prettier than me, prettier than me. I'm just so fat. I'm so fat. I'm fat. I feel so stupid. I'm never going to be able to achieve anything. I'm so annoyed at myself that I even feel this way. It's absolutely ridiculous. Why do I always feel this way? I'm just still feel so crap. I'm not worthy. I'm not worthy. I'm not worthy. Whatever you're feeling, allow it to come up. Allow it to come up, and do that a few rounds until it just starts to calm down. Because usually when we can voice what's in our mind and we verbalize it and we hear it, we kind of go, that's actually not as bad as what it sounds. And you'll start to feel that. So then there'll be a shift of, okay, well, everyone is different, and I'm actually incredibly lucky to be who I am. I'm very kind. I'm really, really kind. And yeah, I might still be a little bit overweight, but I've already lost 20 kilos, which is amazing. Not that I have, but you may have done that. So recognize the good within you. All right. So then you start to turn it into a positive. Okay. So yes, you acknowledge all the crap, you let it out. You don't leave it out there in the universe for the universe to then just hold on to it and send you back everything you already think. You bring it back to yourself. There's an awareness, because you're bringing it and keeping it here within you. You're not giving the universe a message that you want to keep feeling this way. Okay, and then you start to shift it. Yeah, so you start to shift it then, because then you start to go, well, it sounds not actually all that true. And actually then I want you to start thinking about the positive. So then we would start saying things like, okay, well, I've got a beautiful family who love me for who I am. If it wasn't for who I am, then I wouldn't have the family that I have. And I'm actually, what have I achieved this year? Oh my God, I've got a new job and I'm doing really, really well at it. I've lost that 20 kilos. I've got a new partner and we have a really beautiful relationship, and I'm extremely kind and I'm extremely caring. And then I want you to think about some really beautiful things that you are, because we all have that within us. Okay, and then I want you to end. So we do a few rounds of the negative until it calms, and then we do a few rounds of some positives, and then I want you to end on the top of your head. Always end at the top of your head, and it always has to be positive. Okay, so then I want you to end at the top of your head and simply say, I love myself. I love myself. I love myself. I love myself. Okay, I love myself. And you can even say, I choose to let this go. I choose to let this go. Okay, so that's a little bit of EFT in a snapshot. Really quick, really easy. Yeah. And then from there, you take the I love myself, I love myself, I love myself. And then I want you to bring it home. Okay, so you're going to place your palms. And however, sometimes I just hold because I feel like I need that support. So I hold my hands over my heart center. Other times I have them flat, your choice. So I want you then to close down the eyes and you hold in the heart center. And you're just having an internal moment with yourself. And you can continue to say, I love myself. I love myself. And then I want you to welcome yourself home. Give yourself permission to align your emotional body, your physical body, your energetic body, your soul, your spirit in your physical body. Allow everything to align together all at once. Okay, sorry, I need to move. I'm getting sore bum. So yeah, I want you to align everything together all at once. All right. And so this is a really powerful exercise that I did actually on a self-love retreat that I did a few years ago. And I was like, oh my God, like I really recognized that there was something deeper within me. And I was literally just like a house for the soul, or whatever you want to call it. That might be a little bit too woo-woo for you, but that's how I felt. So I literally just had my hands over my heart, and I now just have to say, you know, welcome home. Welcome home, Charlie. Welcome home. Welcome home. And so create that safe space for you to really go inward, welcome every part of your being back in the one space, and talk to it as though you are talking deeply to you. You know, you're not in third person. You are, welcome home. Welcome home. Yeah. And then from there, that leads on to exercise number 4, which is something I actually learned recently and love it. And you have to excuse me, I'm still not very good at actually saying what the technique is. It's called Honu Opono. Oh God, no, I don't know how to say it. It's Honu Opono. Okay, so it's a Hawaiian healing technique, and I actually went to see a lady called Lily Lambert, who's Tony Robbins' healer, and we went to see her live in Sydney, and we had an evening with her, and it was an amazing experience. And so what this technique teaches you is to, again, connect to the unconscious or the spiritual side of you, the soul within you. Okay. And as you're there and you've done your, welcome home, welcome home, welcome home, I want you to then close down your eyes and just say, I'm sorry. I'm sorry. Please forgive me. I love you. Thank you. I'm sorry. Please forgive me. I love you. Thank you. I'm sorry. Please forgive me. I love you. Thank you. And what that is doing is saying, I'm sorry, actually, that I thought that. I'm sorry that I thought that there was someone else better than me. You know, you're talking to your soul here, people. I'm sorry that I looked at someone else as if to say that you were not good enough. I'm sorry that I did that to you. And then you say, please forgive me. Like, forgive me. And, we're going to have to do this a few times because it will come up again, next week, next month, next year, whatever. These little things happen. So, just forgive me, please. And then you say, I love you. I love you. All right? And then you say, thank you. As in, thank you for understanding. Thank you for being you. Thank you, that you're talking to your soul. You're talking to the depths of who you really are. Okay, and then from that, I want you to go into your gratitude. Okay, and again, I just want you to close down the eyes and go into gratitude, where I want you to think of something that you're incredibly grateful for. So maybe it's something, someone, a moment in your life, a memory, whatever it is. I want you to go into that mind, go into that heart center, and think about it. So for me, it was recently when I did this, it was the moment that my son was born. And oh my God, like, woof, when you think of a memory and a moment that you're just so grateful for, it could be the day you got married, the day you met your partner, the day you had your graduation, the day you had your baby. It could be the day that you decided to leave a partner that was abusive. It could be anything at all, okay? Sorry about that. This is one of the beautiful things about working from home, which I actually love. And if you are interested, seeing as we're on the topic, if you're interested on wanting to work from home, I can tell you how. So let me know. But otherwise, going back to gratitude, okay, it's really, 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 really important. So I want you to go back to a moment in your life where you were just so freaking grateful. And like I said, that can be the moment you met the love of your life, when you got married, when you had a baby, when you left the idiot that was not nice to you. It could be when you graduated, when you got a new job, whatever it is. Close your eyes and go back to a moment that you're so, so, so grateful for. All right. And I want you to literally get in there. Like, so my eyes are closed. And I want you to get in there. And I want you to allow that image to come to mind. The moment, the memory, the image, whatever it is, allow it to come to mind, okay? And I want you to physically kind of put yourself in there and see everything you see, hear everything you hear, smell everything that you smell, listen to everything that was said. I want you to literally put yourself in there. And I want you to notice that it starts to get brighter and brighter and bigger and bigger and bigger and bigger and brighter and brighter and bigger. And I just want you to be there until you feel it with every single part of your body. Okay, like feel how grateful you are for that moment, for that memory, for that, you know, that little moment in time. And I want you to really inhale that. So go back to your deep belly breathing as you're seeing that image, as you're feeling all of those beautiful things, because those beautiful things wouldn't happen if it were not for the person you are. Okay, and that's really, really important. And yes, we're going to have moments where we feel crap and we feel sad, and you know, someone's better than us. There's always going to be people that are better than us, and there's always going to be people that are not. And there's always going to be people that know more. There's always going to be people that we know more than them. There's always going to be people that we can help. There's always going to be people that can help us. Do you see where we're going? Okay, so comparison is a really ridiculous thing, and I still do it sometimes, but it is ridiculous. And when I go through this exercise, I realize how ridiculous it is. Like, I actually really like who I am. I have an amazing family, and I would not have my husband and I would not have my little boy if it was not for the person that I am. So, to show you how quick this is, because I don't want you to think, oh my God, this is so overwhelming and it's going to take me so long, because it absolutely doesn't, okay? So to tell you, to give you an example as to how quick this exercise is, I'm just going to do it, okay? So deep belly breathing, in for 4, hold for 2, out for 4, in for 4, hold for 2, out for 4. If you want to, breathing in the oils, in for 4, hold for 2, exhale, hold, exhale for 4, 3, 2, and 1. Closing the eyes. EFT on the head, closing the eyes. Even though I feel like an absolute failure, even though I feel like I'm just not good enough, even though I feel I deeply and completely accept myself. Even though I feel like a failure, whatever it might be, you do it a few rounds. I forgot to mention before, but you always say, even though I feel this, I deeply and completely accept myself. Even though I feel this way, you know, whatever it might be, I deeply and completely accept myself. And then it starts to calm, and then you start to go, I accept myself, I accept myself, I accept myself, I accept myself. I'm incredibly lucky. I love my family love me. And yes, she's got, you know, the most beautiful body I've ever seen, but I've just lost 20 kilos and I'm doing so well, and I'm so proud of myself. I'm so proud of myself. I'm so proud of myself. I have an amazing job, or I have an amazing family, amazing children that love me for the person I am, and I'm kind. I'm really kind, I'm caring, I'm honest. Oh, I love myself. I love myself. I love myself. I love myself. And then you bring it to the heart. And if you want to, continue to say, I love myself for a few more times internally. And then I want you to welcome yourself home. Welcome home. Internally, stay in your mind. Welcome home. And to really connect with the soul of you, you can say your name. Welcome home, Charlie. Welcome home. And keeping your eyes closed, still focusing on your breath, I want you to then say, I'm sorry. I'm sorry. Please forgive me. I love you. Thank you. I'm sorry. Please forgive me. I love you. Thank you. And say that as many times as you need to. Eyes closed. Say it internally. Don't say it out loud. Connect to the soul. When you've done that a few times, you're going to go straight into visualizing a moment, a memory, a time in your life, something, someone that you are incredibly grateful for. And you're going to go into that. You're going to go into that memory. You're going to feel everything you felt, see everything you saw, hear everything that you heard. You're going to see and notice every single sound, every single smell. Really feel it with every single part of your body. And I want you to allow that image, that memory, that moment of your life to get bigger, 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 brighter and brighter and brighter. And I want you to feel each and everything. And I want you to tell you, I'm so grateful. I'm so grateful for that moment in my life. And I'm grateful for the people that were in that moment. Whatever it is, I'm grateful and I'm so thankful. Thank you. Thank you. Thank you. Thank you. I love you. And open your eyes and you're done. And that was just a really quick example, okay, of how you can use those tools and those resources and how it's within you to literally change your state of mind whenever you feel that you need it, okay? And we are all going to need it from time to time. You know, we are all going to need it from time to time. Even if there are people out there that look as though they've got their shit completely together, I can guarantee they would need a little bit of love and attention and a little bit of self-care sometimes as well. Okay, so that is for you to take away and to do and to keep and to use as and when you feel you might need it. I would love you to reach out if you've got any questions. I would really love you to reach out. We've asked anyone that is interested, and I really want to build a community. So, you know, there are sections in our newsletter, and there are, I think, a section on my website. My husband's in my website, where we're asking you to, you know, like, tell us who you are. Who are you? What's your name? Where you come from? What are you interested in? Why are you following Embody Me? Like, what do you need, and what can we give you? Okay, because it's about you. You know, it's about you, and I want you to realize that. And yeah, I want to get to know who you are, what you stand for, and why you're here. Because once I know those things, I know what I can do to help you. Okay, so I'd love for you to comment below if this has been useful or not useful. I'm open to criticism. Yeah, and that's it. So go to the website, www.embodymE.com, Facebook, Pinterest. We do have Twitter. I don't really know how to use it yet, so it's kind of on there, but you might not get much info, to be honest, at the minute. And Facebook. And yeah, we're going to be doing live stuff, Facebook Live. We're going to do Zoom webinars. We're going to do yoga classes. We're going to be doing essential oil talk. We're going to do potential business opportunities. So there's a lot of stuff we're going to be covering, and I want to make sure I'm giving you what you need. So I hope you find that useful, and yeah, I want you to have a great day. Bye.